And I think what we're now seeing is we're on the cusp of another change to another economic model. But for the mining industry particularly, which is profoundly linear, there's lots of opportunities. But Tabani originally asked me to think about what are the key elements that would have to change in the business model for mining. And in thinking about this, I came up with sort of 5 key aspects that would have to change, a lot of which sound incredibly challenging for the mining industry right now, but if we know about them, we can prepare for them. So the first thing that would have to change is the measure of value and the value proposition. Right now, the way the world works is we measure value economically. And so I think measures of value definitely need to start including, and you can see it in some of the current KPIs, aspects of social value, aspects of material value, aspects of usefulness, rather than just economy. In terms of the value proposition, this is very typically circular, is we need to move from products to services. And it's very interesting. We at the Mandela Mining Precinct are already doing research into data as a service. And so can we start to see a system where metals are actually almost loaned out, used, and then brought back for a different use? And that's not necessarily pure recycling, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. I think the design philosophy in mining companies has to change. So a silly example, let's say you're mining an ore body and there's, I don't know, phosphorus or something in the waste rock, and you have agriculture as a primary activity in that mining area. Why create the waste rock and then extract the fertilizer ingredient once it's waste rock? Why not do multi-mining in the same mine? Then the fourth thing is almost reversing the supply chain. I was working at Anglo Research Laboratories 33 years ago, and that was when they first started trying to fingerprint diamonds. So before, for the traceability because of blood diamonds. More recently, there's been some work on trying to fingerprint gold, for the same reason, because there's now a demand for green gold. And so with these development of technologies, we can see extended producer responsibility coming into mining. And also a very different shift in waste as waste to waste as a resource. But it is a resource, and we need to build that into the mining model.